thokozani, Kokomalanzela TV family. It is your one and only Kokomalanzela right here on Kokomalanzela TV. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sparing your time and being present with us. Thank you for all those who have already subscribed, and to the new people and the new subbies, guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, so that you can get our content, so that you can be informed, so that we can learn together, talk to each other, and learn from one another. I'm very privileged to be here with you guys today. Today we'll be doing a Q&A. So we'll be doing a Q&A today. You guys, most of you have sent through some of your questions. Um, you're always asking me different questions, and I thought, why not do a Q&A with you guys and clarify some of the things that you have questions about, right? Um, so the first question, so I'll be looking down to read your questions so that I can answer. Um, I think that, you know, there's so much that goes behind everything that is sangoma related or traditional healing related, and it is important for me to bring about clarity, you know, to the people who are on this channel, because I want to unpack and unbox the negativity that has been placed upon, healers. And there are some people who are actually just genuinely serving, you know. So it's not everyone who is a fake sangoma or is a what or what or a what, but that's not why we are here. So the first question, Thokoza Koko, how did you know you have a calling? Um, how did I know? I knew from when I was very young. I used to have dreams from prior to 9 years old, right? So I would dream, and I would say to, whoever is related in that dream, or to my parent, and let them know, you know what, I dreamt about this, and this is, something that I don't know if it's already happened or it's something that is happening, you know. And yeah, that's how it started, right? And then the dreams and the visions and the physical feelings and mikoka and everything just continued to elevate, or it continued to grow. And there was just a point where um I knew from then that, okay, these visions that I keep having, at the time I used to call them visions, these visions that I keep on having, why am I the one having them? And I was a child, and already my life experiences were so different, the friends I kept, the situations I got into, the problems I faced, for me, I learned from that you are very different. You're very, very different, and you need to take that in, and you need to nurture and protect that. So from 9 years old now, I'm starting to see ugogo ukhuluma nami, abomkhulu bakhuluma nami, and later in life, when time was right, there was a point where I was getting sick back to back, week after week, begele beke, I'm just sick, and it's some chronic stuff. And I'm just like, but why am I the one who has to go through these particular pains? And only later, once now I'm starting to dream about the beads and the what, I was like, it is time. I knew now it is my time, because I've spent all these years throughout my teenage life, um, after crossing 21, I was just like, but no, man, you know, Why am I putting myself through this? So it just got to a point when I just had to honor the call, because your ancestors are your ancestors. They will continue to call you if vele you are the chosen one, regardless of what you do. Whether you're a singer, whether you're in school, whether you're working, whether you're a businesswoman, businessman, teacher, it does not matter. Your call, if indeed it is your call and directly from your ancestors, it will continue to call you until you honor them. That is what I learned, and that is how I knew that, you know what, I actually have a calling, and it's about me honoring what I already know. It's about me honoring what I need to face ahead. So the same dream I had as a child that said to me, you're supposed to help people. I did not know how I was supposed to help them, when, where, and. But as I matured and as I grew, Idlozi grew with me and nurtured me and guided me until it was my time ukuthi ngihambe ngiyolanda ikhwama zabogogo nabomkhulu. So that is how I knew. From my dreams was one of the biggest things that I knew from. The sicknesses that I was facing is something that I also knew from. Being able to feel somebody else's pain, somebody you'd be sitting with them, next thing their knee is sore, for example, and I'm just like, but the reason why it's sore, it would be 1, 2, and 3, and Abukoko would tell me, what I need to deliver to this person. So for me, that's how I found out. All right. Coco, how is life after Hutwasa? Um, life after Hutwasa it's beautiful, I must say, right? Why am I saying this is because it is a forever learning journey, right? Sorry guys. It is a forever learning journey, Twasa, right? Um, but what really changed, it's how people now react to you, right? Um, People generally, they're not necessarily warm towards umuntu after uktwasa. Experiences are different. People, the way they address you are different. People, um, some are just bayathukana, hey what, abanye they're just so happy for you. So, life after uktwasa for me, it's been beautiful because um I find value in being able to ukulalela abantu abadala or to listen to my ancestors. You know, it gives me such an overwhelming feeling of love and connection. You know, so what I understood was that haka I didn't necessarily trust it, you know. I trust it on the basis of understanding that whoever I'm supposed to help in my path of life, it is a blessing, it is an honor for me to be able to serve. So, life after Hutwasa, it is a lesson after lesson. It is an unending lesson because you come across and you engage with different situations, different people. So, for me, it's a beautiful learning curve for me, life after Hotwasa, because it has taught me to be more understanding. It has taught me to be more patient. It has expanded my perspective in life. So it's something that I'm very grateful for. Um Togoza Gogo, what can you say about African spirituality? Hey, Kosiam, you guys, your questions. Um African spirituality, it is important for us to know and understand who we are, why we are, understanding our DNA, traditions, our culture, understanding um the different aspects that make African spirituality, right? What I can say about it is that I hope and I pray that abantu beqiniso, people of truth, messengers of light, really genuinely help people, because um, the world will leave you blinded. So, African spirituality is something so beautiful. It's just that people have compounded it with so many things. People no longer know what to believe or don't understand, then, therefore, the things that they face or that they engage with. So, it is worth understanding your own spiritual life. It is worth understanding um your spiritual life. It is worth you investing time in you, because healing is an investment. It is not just something that just falls from the sky. You work, you labor for your own healing. So African spirituality is beautiful. Um and it is something that one needs to treasure. If you don't treasure your own spiritual life, no one will treasure it for you. And so do what you need to do to align yourself. That's what's most important. Togo Zakoko, what do you enjoy most about being a traditional healer? What do I enjoy most? I really don't think I have something specific that I particularly enjoy about being a traditional healer. It as a whole, for me, is a blessing. You know, it is it is something that I labored for. It is something that I work so hard for. And I appreciate every lesson. I think the one thing for me that I love about traditional healing, it is the lessons that come from situations faced and challenges faced. So for me, it's definitely the lessons. Because different walks of life, different people, different circumstances, different situations. Um, just being able to share light, just being able to bring about clarity to somebody else who is in real need of that clarity to understand what is happening to themselves, their lives, and their families. For me, priceless. Being able to help is one of the things that I also enjoy about traditional healing. Um, Togoza Koko, what are the benefits of communicating with your ancestors? Communicating with your ancestors. This is a beautiful one. The benefits of ukuphahla or ukuphupha, ukulora kapa uphahla. The benefits of being able to communicate to your ancestors is that you are able to get a clear picture of where you are and what needs to happen then, therefore. What those benefits are is those solutions that your ancestors want to give you. It is the guidance your ancestors want to give you. It is the protection they want to provide for you in your life, in your daily life. So for me, um, just being able to know that I'm not alone is something that I feel is so beautiful, because I know no matter what I'm doing, idlozile nami, badimo ba ka ba na le nna, no matter what, where, how. So me communicating with them, it's not it's not something that does not give me peace. Instead, it gives me so much peace. It gives me time to really fully understand where I am mentally, where I am emotionally, where I am in terms of my environment. So communicating with them, it it is me painting my own picture, because ngikhuluma nabo, ngiyabacela, ngiyabahlonipha, you know, I'm genuine. There's no need for me to hide my needs. You know, they are there, and I know they are listening to me, and I know they will help me in every situation that I face. Given that, Lena, I do my part in communicating to them. So that's something that I would say about some of the benefits. Um, Togoza Coco, do you feel fulfilled now that you have honored the call? Tokozan, I feel very much fulfilled. I feel very much fulfilled because now I do not feel like I'm being left behind or I'm behind my own life experiences and then therefore whoever surrounds. I don't I no longer feel out of place. I no longer feel like um I have to be in places where I don't need to be. You know, I know if I feel a certain way, ngiyahamba ngiyasihlalela endumbeni, ngisihlalela nedlozi, and you know, so I feel very much fulfilled, and there's still more fulfillment to come because despite the challenges, despite the the, the successes, my ancestors are with me. So I don't know what is more fulfilling than being able to honor the call. And this makes me a bit emotional. I'm honored to have been able to honor the call, and I still continue to honor the call even after Hotwas. So it's not a once off thing. So I'm very appreciative and fulfilled by experiences in that sense. Gogo, what advice would you give someone who is thinking of following through with their calling? Bogogo nabomkhulu, bana babonkgono le bontatemogolo, abantwana babogogo nabomkhulu. Ithi ngintshelen ke, let me tell you, tlo ke le jwetseng, ne? You are not doing anyone a favor by listening and honoring your calling. You're not you're not doing anyone a favor. Remember that hukula wena, you're the one who's sick. You're the one who's sick. And you're the one who needs to honor the call. So give yourself time. When you are ready, pray about it, pasha about it. Go through with your calling kore, with no hesitance, with no doubts. Open up your heart, open up your mind. If it is meant to be, it will be. If it's meant to be, it will be. Another question that came through is Gogo, how did you handle the changes? They were overwhelming, guys, because there was a lot now of changes. You know, after Twasa and before Twasa, the first thing you're leaving home, you know, going somewhere else. One, that's a whole experience by itself. You come back, there are these changes and there are these fundamental changes that have taken place in your life and in the lives of those that surround you. So you have to humble yourself because people do not receive what you have gone through the same. Some will be happy for you, some won't be. So you need to always remember that the reason why you went through with your calling in the first place, the reason why you will continue to grow and elevate, the reason why you will continue to learn, the reason why you are of service, you know. So the changes, they are there. The changes have been there, but it's about embracing them more than anything, because they shape quite a lot of now your perspective and how you're able to handle people generally. So That's one thing that I can say about handling the changes. Um, Thokozani Koko, how was it being away from home when you went emphehlweni? Guys, it was difficult not being home. It was difficult. Hey, it's different when you leave home and you go for a vacation, but it's different when you leave home to honor abogogo nabomkhulu. It was emotional. It was difficult. It was it was worth it. At least now, even being back home, I'm not home and sick. I am home. I am well. I'm with God and my ancestors always. So for me, it was tough because even at the time, I was still doing my third year, so it was a big challenge for me. But we conquered. Again, I say what is meant to happen will happen. What is meant to be will be. And indeed, that's what my ancestors proved through that journey, to say, yes, you went through this journey, you went through these pains, you went through these healing moments, you went through these tough moments, these emotional moments, these you went through them all. But the biggest thing is that utholile ukuphola kwakho, you found your healing, ufumane iphodiso ya how, you know because what I realized about healing is that, or wounds in that sense, is that you can only put a plaster over something for so long. You can put a plaster over a wound for only so long. At some point, you're gonna have to get it properly fixed, whether it's stitches, whether it's staples, whether it's you have to get it right. So it was tough being away from home, but I am very grateful that I was able to withstand that, because now we come back much wiser, more respectful, more patient, more understanding, more loving, more, or just more of everything. So it was a blessing. Tough, but blessing nonetheless. Um Last question of the Q&A, question number 10. How did you know it was time? So how did I know it was time? Tokos. Idlos idlos will holler at you, right? And why am I saying idlos will holler at you? Is because you as a person, if you are okay having a headache that is uncurable, let me put it that way, having back pains, which no matter how much what they put you on, there's that backache, you know. Um, most other people, they go through the feet. Oh, mina, my feet used to being coward. Um, so some of these experiences that you keep on having, are they worth still going through? Is that pain still worth it if you can actually just mend yourself by just honoring the core? Ukulalela abantu abadala. And listen, you're not listening to my abantu abadala. Ngamadlozi wakho. the you see, when I knew for myself personally that it was time, I would get these from, okay, I had the headaches, I had the backaches, the feet, the visions, the hearing sound. I never really experienced the fainting as much. Once or twice, but after that, I started to experience deeper injuries, and things like that. So I knew from the way I was getting sick, guys, every second week, kapa literally beke, I would go to the doctor. Beke, I would be at the doctor. I'd be sorry, guys. So literally, I knew that sickness is not my portion. I knew that being in pain, it is not my portion. Every day ngiyakhala, every day ngiyapainelwa, every day kubuhlungu. Uh-uh. Let me go hear what my ancestors want from me. And indeed, I listened. And I have to say, listening was the best decision I've ever made. Because had I continued with my own intelligence, with my own mind, I would have still been stalling, or I would have found reasons to stall. So when it's time, it's time. And for some people, you might not be shown. You will just happen to meet certain people in your line of life. So for me, I knew I cannot be in so much pain. I cannot be constantly crying about, hey no, next thing my knee, hey no, my hip, hey no, my back, hey no, my what. Despite going to the doctor, not finding solutions, I was just like, nope, this is not the life I was designed to live. So yeah, guys, that is the first 10 questions of the Q&A. You guys can continue to send me your questions. Some of you send it via WhatsApp. Some of you mostly have sent it through email. So that was how I was able to compile this set of questions. So if any of you want to WhatsApp me the questions that you have for me, and you would like for Kokomalanzala Q&A sessions for us to come and talk and come and share, there's no problem. I don't mind. I love being here with you guys. I love being able to share with you guys. Hey, thokozani bogogo nabomkhulu. I hope some of these questions have been answered. To some of you who've been asking yourselves the same questions, as to say, but how will life be after Twasa, or will I even be fulfilled, or kore, do I any of the questions that you have about um Twasa, spiritual healing, African spirituality. Holla at me, guys. Holla at me. Send me those texts. I will definitely also do my part in making sure that I'm able to share and bring about light and clarity to you guys. So it is an honor for me to be here. Thank you very much to those who have tuned in all the way to the end. You guys are nothing short of fabulous. You guys are amazing. Thank you so very much. We love you, we love you, we love you. Please do subscribe, do like, do share with all your family, your friends, your colleagues, and let's continue to learn together. Let us continue to share our experiences with each other so that we really know and feel that, you know what, I am not alone in the experiences that I'm going through. Other people are going through them, and this is how they've been dealing with them. So it is better than you just being shut in a room and confused and hurt and what. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. It is an absolute pleasure being able to share with you guys and talk to you guys always. Thokozani, Kokomalanzala TV family. It is all love from me to you. May you guys honor yourselves, honor your DNA, listen to your DNA, listen to your ancestors, listen to God. Um, you'll be surprised at what just simple listening can do for you. Um, thokozani family.